Welcome back, everyone, to another Battle Report, Grimdark Tales style.
Hello.
I'm joined by Jordan. I'm Eric. This is going to be the second 40k full game that we do for the channel. The first was the snail biter of the Death Watch versus the Necrons.
Yes.
An interesting game because it seemed like I was just dominating, like Death Watch was dominating the table.
And in the end,
they did.
They did.
So that is what makes it interesting.
I was interested as well.
What was actually interesting was that the points were like really close, and you actually could have.
Yeah, it was close.
By doing some cheeky, yeah. So it was a fun
game. So Oracle was.
Yeah, it was a really funny game.
Yeah.
So
this game will be nothing like that.
Now, this game won't be fun. No, this game is going to use two different forces than that game. We want to have as diverse a range of games as we can here. And because the new chapter approved came out not too long ago, and also the Vigilus Defiant book, we thought we would maybe pull some things out of both of those books and have a go at some new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a chapter approved 2018 Maelstrom of War mission? Eternal War. Sorry, I always get those mixed up. Eternal War mission. It's called Beachhead. In this mission, basically both forces are just trying to cross the map. You get more points for an objective that's in your opponent's deployment zone, holding it. And that's the whole game, is just holding those. There's sort of just 3 objective markers on the table. So in this mission, it's going to be the Craftworld Aeldari versus the sort of Imperium coalition.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want anyone getting mad about soup because
I brought just the nastiest soup.
Yeah, this is going to be a soup you can really. It's a hearty, meaty soup that'll sustain you through the winter months.
Just wait.
Yeah, just
you
wait.
Haven't seen anything like this before.
This ain't your grandpappy's soup.
Yeah.
And the Eldar are they're pure Eldar Craftworlds list. And basically, this is a continuation of the campaign. So we're set in the Meritus system. In the last 40k game we saw, it was actually outside of the Meritus system. It was in the Ultramar region. And the Death Watch were sent in to eradicate this sort of emerging Necron threat. But now we're in the Meritus system. And the primary story that's taking place here is that I've gone over this in the podcast, but just to sum it up real quick, the Tau forces in their last sphere expansion took a bunch of Imperium space, and the Imperium are now getting ready to push back and retake those worlds. So the Tau sort of have like a skeleton defense in place of this planet, but in a kill team game that you may or may not see before this, you'll see that the Tau and the Imperium, they were sort of in their first skirmish mode, fighting in our kill team game that we played. But unbeknownst to both of them, the Death Guard showed up. And, that neither of them know why the Death Guard are here or what their mission really is. In this game, the Imperium forces, basically, they've encountered now the Tau forces in a light skirmish mode. They're sort of setting up a defensive operation where they know that the Tau are located. And in so doing, and they know the Death Guard are here now, but they don't know in force or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And in so doing, sort of unknowingly, the Eldar show up here. So the Imperium forces here are basically just trying to get a convoy of armor.
Just trying to get to work.
They're just trying to get to work, basically. They're trying to commute this armored column to sort of a forward operations forge center from the Mechanicum, so that they can get these tanks blessed and repaired and in order for the upcoming battle against the Tau. But on their way from basically A to B, they come across unexpectedly an Eldar force on the ground here. And the Eldar, it seems, are going in the opposite direction and need to get on something on the other side of the Imperium forces. But the Imperium doesn't know why the Eldar are here because they didn't even know they were here.
I don't know why they're here.
You don't know why they're here yet. That's for me to know and for them to find out and for you to never know. So we can go over the forces now?
Sure.
You want to go over your Imperium list?
Sure. I've brought my Ultramarines, which I think have been on the Instagram page.
Yep.
But not yet.
They've been in Kill Team games.
They've been in Kill Team.
Against the Harlequins.
They haven't all been out. I say all. It's just a battalion. It's 3 squads of intercessors, led by my captain in Gravis armor, Captain Antiges, and his yet to be named second in command, lieutenant yet to be named.
Just a bunch of names we don't know yet. Except Antilles.
Except Antilles. And I've got 3 squads of 5 intercessors. Those are my troops. They're escorting this armored column, which is in Spearhead, which I'm paying 1 CP to upgrade it to the Emperor's Fist tank company from the Vigilus book.
Pretty cool.
I have a Lehman Russ tank commander with a battle cannon. He's got plasma gun sponsons and a las cannon in the hull. And I'm going to use that relic battle cannon from the Vigilus book, which is the name I'm forgetting right now. But it basically just changes it to flat 3 damage instead of D3 damage. So that's cool.
Yeah.
And then I have 3 Lehman Russ battle tanks, all with battle cannons, all with heavy bolter sponsons. I do want to paint up plasma cannon sponsons for them because I run them as catachans. So they benefit from the re-rolling the random shots, which is nice. And plasma cannons came down in points in chapter approved, which is awesome because they were previously, I want to say 30 points for the pair, which is just absurd.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Especially considering the platform they're on, suffering like -1 blah, blah, whatever. But now 20 points for a pair, I'm like, okay. I still think the best way to run Lehman Russ is probably without sponsons at all. Just keep them super cheap. But I glued my sponsons on, so here we go.
This is the world we live in.
But they also look cool, and we were just discussing how I feel that Imperial Guard tanks without their sponsons just look like people without their arms, and it just makes me uncomfortable.
Their arms.
Yeah, holding their
guns. Yeah.
And then I also have a Baneblade in just a super heavy auxiliary. So doesn't get the benefit of any doctrine, regimental doctrine, which I don't understand. I think that's a really unfortunate,
very bizarre
thing. I guess maybe rules-wise, they're just trying to stop you from taking like 3 different Baneblades and giving them 3 different super heavies of any ilk. And giving them 3 different benefits. But from a fluff perspective, it doesn't make sense to me that when a Baneblade goes into battle by itself, the crew forgets all their training and where they're from. But if they go into battle with 3 like company commanders as a supreme command detachment, they suddenly remember.
It's an interesting, the way the catachans become...
They just shrivel and become really weak and can't load anymore.
Their arms suddenly the size of a normal guardsman.
I don't...
It's a strange one.
It's a strange one. I actually have a number of frustrations with my tank list that you're familiar with.
Yeah.
That's just one of them. But that's the list.
Okay.
Spearhead, battalion, and a super heavy auxiliary. So it's 9 command points, and I'm spending the 1 CP for the tank company.
Mhm.
My Captain in Gravis armor is the warlord, and he
Yep.
has the adept of the codex, or whatever it's called, to get CP back on 5-up.
On a 5-up. Is it just when you spend CP?
Just when you spend them. I don't actually really expect to do a lot of farming or have. I don't think that's a great trait or whatever, but
Mhm.
I don't know. Fluff wise, I think it makes sense that he'd be the commander on the ground.
Yeah.
And from a purely rules perspective, I don't like having a tank commander as my warlord because it's just an easy warlord point because you just shoot him.
Yeah.
So,
My army may have trouble with things like that just because of the range on it.
Yeah, possibly.
But against Tau or something,
Yeah.
that would be.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think you've got enough range to. My screen is a little bit. It's not as good as it would be if you had 50 or 60 guards to have to chew through.
That's true.
The intercessor is super cool, but realistically, I think this would be better as a pure guard list, but I just don't have the models painted yet.
Yeah. I mean, it's an intentionally thematic list.
It is. It's very cool and it fits with the story.
Yeah, I think it does. Because obviously this is a coalition force that is amassing for its offensive against the Tau. It's not any one.
And that's a big part of the theme I've been building my army. It's been a combined arms thing.
Yeah.
So I have to remind myself of that when I just wish I had a huge wall of guardsmen instead.
We'll see them too.
We will eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually.
So yeah, that's your list.
That's my list.
My list is the Craftworld Eldar, as I said. I made my own Craftworld for this channel.
A lay talk.
It's called a lay talk. No, they're called Rai'naan. And that means the tears in the void is what that means in Aeldari.
It's very dramatic.
It's very dramatic. They're sad. They're just sad.
Oh, we get it.
They've been through a lot.
Okay.
You can read the backstory online.
A lot of us have been through stuff.
Yeah, it's a triggering moment for you and everyone. So the list that I did is just a battalion, but I did use the specialist detachment of the wraithhost from the Vigilus Defiant book. So that's down 1 CP already to 7. But I thought it would be really cool to show off since I collect a very Wraith specific. I mean, I feel like my Wraithhost is more Wraithhosty than a lot of other people's Wraithhosts because it's all Wraith stuff pretty much.
Very Wraithy.
Very Wraithy. So the battalion has, I have 3 HQ. I have a Farseer. His name is Ilitheinen. And I used the Elder Elfman model, but I painted them all in their own unique garb. So he's my warlord. He's a Farseer. I gave him Guide and Doom for powers. And his warlord trait, I actually gave him the Wraithhost warlord trait, which is, I can't remember what it's called right now, but it allows Wraith units within 6 inches of him to reroll charge rolls. So I thought that would be cool because, I'll just skip to the elites because that's where a lot of this army is. I have 2 units of Wraith Blades with Ghost Glaive, whatever the sword, Ghost Swords, I think, and 2 units of Wraith Guard with Wraith Cannons. So that's sort of the core, the meat of my army, or bone, I guess. Made of Wraith bone. So then that's the Farseer. He has a singing spear as well. I was trying to fill up points. He was 5 points. Then I have a Spirit Seer. And the Spirit Seer is, I gave him Quicken / Restrain, so he'll allow things to move faster. And he's just stock. You can't really change their loadout. And then my third HQ choice is actually a Wraith Seer, which is a Forge World model, but I converted one from a regular Wraith Lord. It's basically just a specialized psyker that is also a Wraith Lord, so sort of a Dreadnought-y type psyker. And his powers specifically benefit Wraith units. So I thought that was just a very thematic thing to take. He's actually a beast with shooting and combat. It's less about psychic really with him.
I'm shocked that an Aeldari unit would be very, very
That would be effective and points efficient.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's a little weird for him to be that good. So as it's a battalion, I have 3 troops choices. Each is just a unit of 6 rangers in the army. And then in addition, I've taken the Wraith Guard, as I said, and then I have 2 Hemlock Wraith Fighters. One of them has Jinx on it, and the other one has Drain, which makes it -1. You choose an enemy unit, it's -1 for that unit to hit anything. So that's basically the list, and then also I used the Webway stratagem twice, so I've burned another 2 CP. I'm down to 5 before the game begins, but I put my Wraith Guard, my 2 Wraith Guard units in Deep Strike Reserve, so because their range is so short, I'm just going to try to drop them in and have them already be in range and get their maximum shooting before they get shot at the table. And I didn't mention that I am using the Ilitheinen Craftworld power, for my army, because I know Yondan is the wraithhost, but it really doesn't do anything for this list.
No,
It's literally just not useful. So because of that, I can't justify taking Yondan. So I took a Laytalk. The idea, and I've written again some fluff about this army, is that there's sort of like this psychic mist that's hanging over the army, like just a pall of like.
Remember when the Grey Knights rules reflected that part of their fluff and they had the Aegis?
And then you can
I
use
love
them in the
that
game.
they don't have that now, and that they're unusable.
My favorite thing about them not having that specific thing is how it's contributing to them being an unplayable faction.
Well, what's great is that I spent a ton of money and time on a Grey Knights army that just is in my trash can now.
Yeah, you've put it right in the trash.
Yeah. My trash day is Friday, so come Friday I won't have to ever think about it again.
Perfect. Looking forward to that.
Me too.
Yeah. Also, looking forward to Grey Knights being usable again. Now, there is a new bolter rule. It's a beta bolter rule. I'm not trying to say that makes Grey Knights suddenly as good as other armies, but it could take effect in this game.
It could take effect in this game.
Because you have brought bolters on Space Marines.
I have brought bolters on Space Marines.
They're just right on there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the game. These 2 factions.
That was the game.
Unexpectedly.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, thanks. I hope smash that subscribe button. This will be the game, is what I meant to say. The forces will collide. They're literally just trying to get across each other. The victory conditions here are you score 1 point every turn for an objective marker. There's 1 in each person's deployment zone, and there's 1 in the middle of the table. You score 1 for holding the one that's in your own deployment zone. You score 2 for holding the middle one, and you score 3 for holding your opponents.
Yep.
So the goal really is just to try to get across the table. Also, because this is a chapter approved mission, it has the acceptable losses rule.
Yep.
So one of us could get tabled.
Me.
And still win.
Oh, not me in that case.
Yeah, I need to take back when you said that. Well, that's the setup.
Okay.
So let's get to it.
Let's dive right in.
Cool. All right, and here we are at the beginning of the game. We rolled a 2 for the deployment, so this is how we ended up with our forces divided this way. You can see the soup here, the coalition of Space Marines and Imperial Guard and their armored column is set up here on this side. And then over here, we've got the Eldar Craftworld. These Wraith Guard units are actually in Deep Strike, so I'm taking them off the table yet. But you can see the rest of the Wraithhost here. And there's a Hemlock at each corner there of the table. So we'll see. They're just so fast. We'll see them get around.
I don't like it.
Yeah, Jordan doesn't like it. So because of the way the mission works and the way we rolled up, I would just be going first. But Jordan has a chance to seize the initiative.
Yeah.
Jordan, would you like to try to do that now?
I'm going to go for it.
Okay.
I've got these brand new Grimdark Tales dice.
You do.
And if they don't come up 6. They're garbage. Don't buy them.
Yeah, don't buy these unless
it's trash.
It's a trash
Don't
die.
buy these
roll
dice.
3. Just garbage dice.
Just get some from Tabletop Tactics.
To be real though, for a second, there's a pile here of the sort of bone-colored dice, and then we also have the black ones here. Isn't that exciting? So if you want any of these, they will be available for sale very soon. Okay, and we are back at the end of my movement phase, turn 1. As you can see, the hemlocks sort of flew up here, right into Jordan's lines, as they often do, because they're just like that. So there's that he's going to have to deal with. We'll see if they can get their psychic and their shooting to do something, or maybe they'll just whiff. Sometimes they do that.
I hope so.
Yeah, Jordan's looking for a whiff here. So the rest of the army really just did what you would expect. They just sort of advanced. I advanced with all these guys here, just to get them up as far as I could. And the Rangers all just stayed where they were in those 3 sort of castled up positions here in my deployment zone. So now I'm just going to go right into the psychic phase and just see what I can do. So I'm going to open with the Wraithseer. He has a power called
Enliven?
Enliven is the name of it, but I think I'm actually thinking of a different power here. Anyway, it's the power that gives you a 6-up save to try to defend against if you lose a wound or mortal wound or whatever. It needs a warp charge of 7, and I'm casting it on this front unit of Wraith Blades here. So let's see what I do. It goes off on a 9.
Nice.
Now, Jordan does have the means to deny a power.
1 power. I'm not gonna. I have something in mind.
Okay, you're not gonna do it on that.
No.
So, also, we forgot to go over relics, so
Yes.
we should just do that right now.
Yeah, my captain has the Sanctic Halo, which is well, it's in deny, and also gives him a 3-up invulnerable save.
Okay.
I feel like it's the one good thing in the Space Marines Codex.
It's a pretty good
It's a cool relic.
It's a cool relic. The denial and the 3-up invulnerable.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
It's very cool.
And I also didn't go over my relics. My Farseer, who is my warlord, has the Phoenix Gem, which you'll see it if it goes off. Basically, when he dies, he has the chance to inflict mortal wounds, and if he does so, he has the potential to come back. So that's kind of a cool resurrecty type power, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely can be powerful.
Yeah.
If he's like up front and stuff, it's pretty dangerous.
Very cool.
Okay, so that power went off. That front unit of Wraithblades now has a 6-up sort of disgustingly resilient type thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get away from saying
It's ignoring wounds on a 6+?
Yeah, ignores wounds on 6-up. Now the Farseer is going to try to doom that front unit of intercessors there. And Doom has a warp charge of 7 as well, so I'm going to try to do this now. Okay, it goes off on a 7.
Nice.
Are you going to try to deny that?
No.
I'll leave it? Okay, so that means that I can reroll failed wound rolls against that.
Yeah.
I know it's brutal.
It's a lot.
It's going to be a lot.
But at least you pay no points for all of this.
At least I have such a big army still at 1,700 points.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now the Farseer is going to use his second power. He's going to guide the unit of Rangers right behind him.
Oh, God.
And guide has a warp charge of 7 as well. So see what happens. I've rolled a 3. I'm going to use the runes of the Farseer because
can you roll both if you want?
I can. I would need 5 up. I'll do it. I'll reroll both. See what happens. Because he does ignore mortal wounds from perils on a 2-up, so not too worried about it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a 6. Still doesn't go off, but he's not perils.
We needed a 7.
Yeah, I need a 7.
Gotcha.
Yep. So now we'll go to the Spirit Seer. He's going to cast Quicken on the unit of Wraithblades that I already gave the ignored wounds on a 6, which also requires a 7 to go off.
Okay.
See what happens.
Ooh.
On a 10. That's the Grimdark Tails dice right there. So on a 10, that goes off. You gonna do anything with that? Okay. So I will move that unit of Wraithblades in a moment once we're done with the psychic phase here. Now I'm going to move on to this Hemlock. It's going to cast Jinx on also that forwardmost unit of intercessors there.
And that's -1.
It's going to be -1 to your save, yep. And it's cast on a 7. These are all cast on 7, seemingly.
Favored number of
Nurgle.
I
got an 8, which is Khorne's favorite number, I think. So I guess I'm going to some kind of hell, maybe. But regardless...
What's the favorite number of Slaanesh?
Oh, I don't want that, whatever it is. But I think it's probably 9. Or so, I don't know. Yeah. It's something that isn't 7 or 8.
Yeah.
I hate Slaanesh, you see. Okay, so that power went off. So that unit is now jinxed. And then I'm going to use Drain from this unit here.
Okay.
And I'm going to put it on the Baneblade.
Okay.
To try to get the -1 to hit on it.
Yeah.
Which obviously this would be very bad because my army's already got a built-in -1 to hit, and some of the units are -2 to hit.
I don't want to talk about it.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It is a lot.
So let's see if I can get this off. And Drain requires a 7 as well. It's just a bunch of 7s I need apparently. It's a 6. I'm gonna re-roll that with a CP.
Interesting.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Take it back.
All right.
Not doing that.
I've been saving my deny for that. But I knew it was a risk that it could just not go off and that I would have missed a chance to deny something else. Yeah. But I still feel like it was the right thing to do. I think it was too. Drain's the worst one. Yeah. In this situation. Yeah. When I get closer and I start like dooming your Baneblade, something like that might be the most important thing. But I just want to. I just want to use it. I just want to get one turn of. Yeah. I feel like realistically you'll just destroy it with your Hemlocks, but. I don't think I can. Oh, I'm sure. But not in one turn. Not in one turn. I have faith in you. Okay. That's the end of the psychic phase. I'm going to move those Wraithblades. I'll be rolling an advanced roll for them as well. And then we will go to my shooting phase coming up. And we're back at the beginning of the shooting phase. I'm going to start with this Wraithseer because he's just in range of this unit of intercessors here. So basically if Jordan pulls any models away, suddenly he won't be able to fire. So that's why I'm starting with him. His weapon is heavy D3. It's a horrific weapon. It ignores line of sight. It's 24-inch range, heavy D3, strength 12, AP -4, damage D6. It's gross. Ow. And he rerolls 1s because I'm near a Spirit Seer. Why? It's a heavy, I think it's called a heavy Wraith Cannon. I don't know, something like that. It's extra spooky. It's an extra spooky gun, basically. Okay, how many shots do I get? I get 2. It's the big 2. He's hitting on 4s because he moved, but he's rerolling 1s. I've hit once, I missed once. Strength 12 means I went on 2s. Winning on 3s. And I rolled a 1. That's how it goes. That's the Emperor. I'm stupid to use the CP on that. I'm not going to use the CP on that. I'm just going to accept that for the joke that it was. And I'm going to open fire with the unit of guided rangers back here on that same unit of intercessors there. So there's 6 in the unit, hitting on 3s, and they're re-rolling misses. Okay. Didn't guide not go off? They got doom but not guide? No, the only thing that didn't go off. I'm pretty sure it didn't go off. I re-rolled it. And you still failed. You needed a 7. Oh, did I still fail? Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember. I'm going to take your word for it. Okay. Let's go back and watch. Okay. Should we go back and watch? We'll watch. Okay. All right. We went back and checked, and Jordan's absolutely right. Guide did not go off. So I got 3 hits. And they are doomed, so I'll be re-rolling failed wound rolls. Oh boy. But they're strength 4, and they cause mortal wounds in addition on 6s, as sniper rifles do. Let's just see what happens. I rolled 1 6. Nice. I get to re-roll these.
Okay, so
Cool.
there's 2 saves you have to make.
Okay.
And
it's
they're
-1.
jinxed, so it's -1, yep.
Okay.
And 1 takes a as well.
Okay, so 1 is killed.
Okay.
And I do make a save.
Yes, okay.
So I'll kill my close personal friend, this guy.
The close personal friend whose name you actually don't remember.
We just met.
And the next unit that's going to fire, these rangers are now going to fire at that same forward unit there. 6 again. Hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Okay. See, Jordan, you're worried, but you just don't need to be.
I'm more worried about your auto-hitting units that are coming up.
Once I can ignore those rolls, then you're in trouble.
Once you don't need to roll.
If the rolling's out of my hands, the game over. Alright, so 4's to wound, 6 or more wounds, re-rolling because they're doomed. It's 1 wound, and just 1 wound.
Okay.
And it's 4 up save.
4 up again. I do save.
Okay. And then that last unit of rangers is going to do the same thing.
Ooh, that's a better roll.
Okay. They're all hitting. 4's to wound again. Okay.
Ooh.
So that's 1 mortal wound, 2 wounds, and I re-roll these. Okay. So it's a total of 5 armor saves, and you've taken 1 wound.
Okay. So that's an ugly roll.
Yeah.
So that's 1 guy killed.
Yeah.
2 guy killed.
1 guy's
1 guy's 1 wound. Okay. So 1 guy's killed.
He is brutal.
2 guys killed. That guy's on 1 wound.
Apparently,
Sergeant's alive.
that 1 unit of rangers is going to do the work of all 3 units put together. Alright, let's see now. I think I'm going to have this Hemlock fire its 2 heavy D-sides at the Baneblade. So that's...
Jink?
You're going to jank?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter.
Oh.
2d3 auto hits is what I get. Let's see what I get. That's 4 shots.
Bang on the average.
Yeah. And it's strength 12, so I'm rolling 3s to wound.
4s to wound.
4s to wound, toughness 12, Baneblade. 3s to wound, and it's AP -4.
Wait, so I'll still get a 4 up.
It's 2 damages. Well, when you roll like that, when you roll like me consistently,
No.
I've done 2 damage.
Okay.
The next one is going to do the same thing.
Okay.
That's only 3 shots this time. Wounding on 3s. So there's 2 more wounds.
Okay.
So it's taken 6 wounds total.
So I think it's on 20 now. Does it start with 26?
I don't recall. We can look it up.
We'll read the comments. Someone will follow.
Yeah, we'll figure it out after we've posted the game. So that was the end of the shooting phase, and it's actually the end of the Eldar turn. I've fired with everything I can. Bit of a whiff. I'm not... It's tentative right now. The game's early. I'm not too worried. We can see what happens. But I think statistically I should have done more damage that turn.
Probably.
But anyway...
I'm glad you didn't.
I'm glad I didn't too, actually.
But you can make up for it now in the morale phase.
Yes, so we have to roll for that unit of intercessors, and they're actually getting a -2 debuff because they're within 12 inches of a
And
Hemlock.
they lost 3 models.
Lost 3 models.
So I think, if I'm doing this right, their leadership 8.
Mm-hmm.
They lost 3 -2, so I need to roll a 3 or less.
Yes.
So we'll see what happens. 1.
Okay.
They're okay.
They know no fear.
Cool.
All right, so with that, that's the end of the Eldar phase, Eldar turn, and now we move on to Imperium, turn 1. All right, we are at the end of the movement phase, the beginning of Jordan's turn, still the first battle round of the game. Before we do that, I just wanted to clarify, in the talking at the beginning, I think I said that I had spent 2 CP to do Webway Strike twice. I just looked it up, and it actually cost 3 CP to do Webway Strike on 2 units, which I did. So I'm actually down to 4 CP before the game begins. I didn't spend any on my first turn, so that's where I'm sitting. And I just wanted to clarify that, and now we can move on to the movement phase. So what'd you do, Jordan?
So I've moved, I sort of moved my infantry out a bit on either side.
Mm-hmm.
Just to, I don't know, hopefully do just a bit of screening if I can against the potential of those Wraith Guard going down.
Yep.
I moved these 2 tanks up.
Mm-hmm.
I moved this one but they all moved under half.
Under half, yeah.
So kind of a bummer because it means -1 to hit on sponsons.
But those main guns can still fire twice.
The main guns are still okay. They can fire twice. And I did kind of had to move out. I couldn't just sit here.
Yeah.
I felt, for the fun of the game, I guess I could literally have just sat here firing.
Well, you could have, but I actually think that might have been worse because the Wraith Guard could just trap you if they dropped
I just felt like I had to take a little initiative. So they're moving forward.
Yep.
The Baneblade is kind of at the middle.
Yep. Real aggressive.
Very aggressively, along with the captain, these two surviving intercessors, and the lieutenant.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about potentially doing a charge with the Baneblade.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. We talked about it off camera. I think it's a little foolish because it's going to leave him open to the Wraith Guard coming down. But it's also cool.
It is,
and it's the way I like to play tanks.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish that all tanks could shoot even when they're in combat, because I think it would make tank armies more dynamic and fun.
Yeah.
But since the Baneblade can, I'm gonna try to use him that way. Or her.
It.
No.
It's a she.
I don't know.
Oh, you said or her. You don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, it's good not to assume. So you have no psychic phase.
I have no psychic phase.
Okay. And now, are you going to go into shooting, or do you need time to think about it?
I can start shooting.
Okay. Let's get into it.
Yep.
But, before you actually start shooting.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to interrupt you to tell you that Beyonce is the best.
Are you going to spend 2 CP for that interrupt?
I'm going to spend 2 CP to interrupt you in just talking. And I actually am going to spend 2 CP. And I'm going to use the stratagem from the book, the new book, Vigilus Defiant. And I'm going to actually... What it does is you spend 2 CP, and then Spirit Seer, which this guy right here is, he loses his 4-up invulnerable save, but he bestows it upon a unit of Wraith constructs within 6 inches.
That's very kind of him.
So I've chosen this unit, I spend 2 CP, and now that unit of Wraith Blades has a 4-up invulnerable save, and they also have that 6-up ignoring wounds.
Yeah.
So that's what's up. Anyway, continue your shooting phase, or just start it since I interrupted you.
I'm going to start. I think I'm going to start with this Leman Russ here.
Okay.
He's going to fire his heavy bolter sponsons and his battle cannon at the far unit of Wraith Blades.
Okay.
And he's going to fire his heavy flamer at the hemlock.
Okay.
Yes. That's my plan.
All right. Well, let's do it. Is this Catachan, you said?
Yeah, my tanks are all Catachan.
So he's re-rolling
the D6. He can re-roll.
Yeah. Is it all random?
All random
so they have
shot volumes. Yep.
Cool. That's really good.
And remind me, with Grinding Advance, they can fire twice.
Yes.
So would that mean he can fire...
Each shot would re-roll.
He can re-roll both of them,
I think,
potentially.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's what I think I remember. It's been
a long time.
A long time
Very
since
long
I've
time since we played
Guard.
I've only played this Craftworld army, I think, 3 times, and it was over a year ago at this point, so...
Okay, so I'm going to start with my 6 heavy bolter shots.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be -2.
-2 because... No.
They're a Laytok, and I moved.
Oh, yes, and you're that tank. Yes, yep.
So okay.
-2.
Hold on over here.
Okay.
So 6.
Yeah.
You get 1 hit.
It's a 5 to wound.
It's all I need. 6. I can destroy the whole unit
with this one.
If I roll a 5
You can change
here.
the world.
Okay.
It's a 1.
I'll move on to the battle cannon.
Yes,
so
and that's firing at them as well?
At them as well,
okay.
Yeah. And I'll just roll both D6 at once because I think it has to be at the same time. Anyways, so. I'm going to re-roll. That's a great roll. 6.
Okay, 6.
Half 6 dice.
So this is also... No, this is
5s.
Because there's no minus on the moving with the battle cannon.
1 hit.
1 hit still.
Yep.
So it is 3 to wound.
3 to wound. Okay, I do get a wound.
It's -1?
-2.
-2.
Okay.
So I need a 5-up save.
Cool. Nice.
I've made it.
And then my last thing is I'm going to shoot the heavy flamer at the hemlock.
Yep.
D6 shots. I will reroll that.
Okay.
6.
So it's not pick 2d6 and choose the highest. You can just re-roll it.
Yeah, with the Catachans, random shot
Yep.
weapons, you can re-roll one of the dice.
Okay.
So, like, if this was in a super heavy that got their benefit, when this has 3d6 shots, I could just re-roll one.
Okay.
But yeah, that's why I was saying plasma cannons, I think, would be really good.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah, because the wording isn't that it turns into heavy 2d6. You fire the T6 shot twice.
Right,
So
yeah.
I would
The
assume
grinding
you roll
advance, they fire twice, yeah. If we're wrong, please tell us.
Yeah.
But I think I remember
I think
it
that's
that way.
Yeah. So you got 6.
Didn't matter anyways. So 6 shots with the heavy flamer.
Yeah.
Wounding on 5s.
Strength 5 against toughness 6
Yep.
and 5s. Yep.
Got 1.
1 minus 1.
-1.
So I have a 4 up save, which I fail, and then I have a 6 up. Ignore wounds with the spirit stone. Oh, we'll just roll it again.
I think it's a 3.
3. Yeah. So.
Okay.
He does take a wound.
So that's that guy.
Yep.
Done. I'm now going to move on to everything on my tank commander.
Okay.
At that far unit.
Of Wraithblades again?
Of Wraithblades again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is going to be -1 for the range.
Yeah, for the range. Correct.
So you're hitting on 4s.
Yeah.
Are you firing everything at them?
I'm going to fire everything.
And are you overcharging?
No, I'm not going to overcharge. I think the
2s to cause more wounds. Shredding. Yeah.
It's a weird one because I'd almost be willing to take that risk. But
it's not like you'll kill yourself.
I feel like 2 damage is a weird one because I'm like...
It still takes 2 shots to kill him.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's almost like...
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah. I'll start with the las cannon and I'll decide on the plastic cannons when I get there. If I do like 1 damage with the las cannon, so maybe I'll risk it, but even then probably still won't. So las cannon, I need a 4. I don't know what I rolled.
I don't know what you rolled either. It's a 2.
It's a 2. That's not a hit.
It's not a hit.
So now I'll do the 2d3 for both plasma cannons. I'm going to roll over here. And this is an easier spot to see. And I will reroll this 1 with the attachment ability. Cool. So 5 shots.
Hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s. That's a really good roll.
It's not bad.
I've got 1 hit again.
Yeah. Is this
strength 7.
not overcharging?
No overcharging.
Okay,
no,
so it is 3 wounds.
It's a failed.
It's a failed wound.
Cool. And then firing twice with the battle cannon.
Yep.
I'll roll both at once. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that.
Okay.
9 shots.
Yeah,
That's pretty good. 6, 7, 8, 9. Hitting on 4s. Okay, that's a pretty bad roll again.
That's a pretty bad roll.
Wounding on
3s. 2
I do get 2 wounds.
So it's -2. And this is the relic gun that does 3
so
damage?
this one would be 3 damage if it goes through.
So they just have a 5 up armor save at this point. I failed both. That's 2 dead Wraithblades.
That's okay. That's not bad.
Definitely big loss. You know, it seems like I have a lot, but each lost Wraith construct is very, very bad.
Yeah. And that's part of why I thought taking that relic battle cannon could be
very good against
good
this
here
one.
because 3 damage.
Yep.
Okay, so that's those 2 fired.
Okay.
I am sorry, this is slightly out of sequence.
That's okay.
But I'm gonna issue a tank order.
Okay.
I'm gonna issue it on this tank.
Okay.
I'm torn if I should do reroll 1s to hit. Or if I should do the one that lets him fire his smoke launchers after shooting.
Oh, yeah.
Most of obviously your Hemlock's auto hit, and who knows which tank will be the victim of your
the Wraith Guard.
Wraith Guard. I'll do the smoke launchers one, I think. Okay, so he's gonna fire his heavy bolters and his battle cannon at that far unit.
Okay.
His heavy flamer.
At the nearer unit?
At the nearer unit.
Okay.
So let's do that.
Okay.
So I'll start with his heavy bolters.
Oh, sorry, what's the battle cannon shooting at?
The battle cannon's also at the far unit.
Okay.
Yeah, so his longer range gun's all going into the far unit. So 6 heavy bolter shots, hitting on 6s. 1 hit.
Oh, okay. 5 to 1.
That's 1. And I'll do the 2 rounds of battle cannon fire. I'll just keep that. So that's pretty good. This is 5s.
Mm-hmm. 2 hits.
2 hits. Not bad. We're looking for 3s here. 1 wound.
-2, so 5 up. Nope. So it's D3 damage.
D3 damage, yeah.
And look at that. And kill another one.
That was very lucky.
Yeah.
And then we'll go heavy flamer into the closer unit.
Into these guys.
And that's D6 shots. 3.
Yeah, keep it.
It's like
It's tough. Could be a 2.
Yeah,
Or 1.
could be a 2 or 1. Realistically, I'm just gonna reroll it.
Reroll it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 shots wasn't gonna be enough to kill a Wraith Guard, I don't think, anyways.
Probably not, because you need
does a
5s
3?
to wound.
Yeah.
Toughness 6.
Yeah. So I feel like
Brutally
it
tough.
was worth risking it because
Oh, yeah, sure.
3 shots wasn't gonna be enough. So,
Yeah.
so that's him fired. That just leaves this man.
Okay.
He's going to fire. He's gonna fire everything at the far unit.
The far.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he has 9 heavy bolter shots.
Because
He's got one in the hull as well. So these are all 6s to hit. Unfortunately, I do get 1 hit.
Okay.
Would have been a great roll under any other circumstances.
Yeah.
And then I need a 5.
Yep.
Nothing.
Okay.
And then the 2
Battle
battle
can
can. Gonna reroll
Got
this.
to roll those, yeah.
6.
6, okay.
Yeah. And these are 5s.
Yes.
So I do get 2.
Yep.
2 ones.
2 wounds. And I get 5 up armor save. 4 up invulnerable, sorry.
Yep.
Oh, no, this is
the
back
far
unit.
unit. Yep.
So 5 up armor saves.
Pick
1 passes.
Let's
D3
see.
damage. Wow. There you go.
Wow.
Brought him down to 1.
Wow.
With morale, they could just run.
Yeah, that was lucky.
Very effective.
I'm going to fire with these 2 Ultramarines in the building who didn't move, so they'll benefit from bolter drill.
The new bolter drill.
And this guy here, who's I believe I'm gonna double check. I think he's out of rapid fire
Of
the he's out of rapid fire of the
Okay.
Wraith Blade,
Okay.
but he's also gonna fire.
Okay.
So they'll have 5 shots.
Yep.
They're at -1.
Yep, for the range.
Okay, so they'll need 4s.
Okay.
So I'll just do that.
And they aren't within... Oh, nice. They aren't within range of the captain.
No, it's 6 inches, so I think they're going to be out, yeah.
All right, but yeah, it's still good.
And then I need 5. I do get a wound.
So it's -1, and you have 4 up save. Yep, all the 1.
Okay.
Takes a wound.
And then sorry, I should have said this. This one guy can see the hemlock, so he's just going to take a pot shot for the hemlock. So he'll need a 5.
Yep. Okay, and what's next, Jordan?
So next, these 2 intercessors are both going to fire at that Wraith Blade.
Yep.
They're in rapid fire, and they are within 12.
Okay.
So they'll just be hitting normally.
Yes.
And rerolling once because of the captain. So 3s.
Nice.
And then 5s.
Yep.
2 wounds.
And it's -1, so 4 ups.
Wow.
Look at that.
They get him.
You got him. All right. So with that, Jordan actually gets first strike. We didn't mention it because I didn't get it, but I didn't get first strike. So that's a point to Jordan that I just can't get now. It's pretty good for you.
It is pretty good for me.
You got lucky on those Wraith Blades.
I got really lucky. And that actually, I was going to take 3 pot shots at them, but they can now fire at these guys.
Wraith Blades, yeah.
So they're within rapid fire and within 12 inches.
Okay.
So that's going to be 6 shots rather than the 3 I was planning on.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll fire at that closer unit
Mm-hmm.
that has the invuln save.
Yes.
So, okay. So they're hitting normally.
Yep.
5s here. It's just 1.
It's 4 up. Fail, followed by 6 up.
Jeez.
I'm not rolling well.
No.
All right, so one of them is down to 2 wounds. And what's next?
Next, I'm going to fire the captain. He's going to fire his Bolt Storm Gauntlet. Pistol 3.
Okay.
He
Reroll.
rolls 1s. And he does hit on 2s, yeah?
Yeah, he's
Space Marine
captain.
captain.
And he's hitting a winning on 5.
Fives, yeah. 1-1.
And 4 up. Followed by 6 up.
There we go. Okay.
That doesn't take one.
And now the lieutenant will fire his bolt pistol at that unit.
Okay.
He hits. He can reroll ones because he's a lieutenant.
Yeah.
I probably missed it.
Oh yeah, I didn't even realize you had a lieutenant. That is a wound.
It is a wound.
It's just a regular bolt pistol.
It's a bolt pistol.
3 up.
Yeah. There you go.
6.
I'm gonna take a second to think about my last shooting with my Baneblade.
Okay. All right. That's coming right up. All right. So I think you figured out what the Baneblade is going to do now.
Yes.
All right. What's up?
I think the best thing. So we're weighing considerations.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I can shoot without a -1 is the Wraith blades right in front of me here.
Yep.
The Hemlocks or this guy, the
Wraith Seer.
Wraith Seer would both be -1.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to fire all my heavy bolters at the Wraith blades.
Okay.
And I'm going to fire my las cannons. Oh god, it has an autocannon as well. And the autocannon into the Wraith blades.
Okay, so las cannons, auto cannons.
Sorry. Heavy bolters and autocannon into the Wraith blades.
Okay.
Las cannon.
Yeah.
Baneblade cannon into this.
This Hemlock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Demolisher cannon into the Wraith blades.
Blades as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that all the guns?
That is all the guns.
Okay. Let's go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna start with heavy bolters because I'm holding all
many
the dice for that. And this is 4.
4s to hit. Yeah. Nice roll.
Yeah, that was a pretty good roll. Okay. And I need 5s to wound.
Yep.
Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
4? Okay. So that's -1, so
Yeah.
4 ups. I've made 2, failed 2, and then 6 ups. Nope, so 1 is killed because he was on 2 wounds.
Okay. And then the auto cannon.
Yep.
Just 2 shots.
Mm-hmm.
1 hit.
1 hit.
And it's a 3 to wound.
Yeah, 3 to wound.
Fails to wound.
Okay.
The demolisher.
Yep.
So do 3 shots.
Yep.
3 shots.
Nice.
That's pretty good anyways. 4 to hit.
Yep.
So it's 2 hits.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's 3s to wound.
Mm-hmm.
No wounds.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I said last cannons and Baneblade cannon to this guy.
On this guy, yeah.
So I'll start with the last cannons. This will be 5s.
Yep.
Nothing.
Okay.
And then it's 3d6 shots with the Beyblade
Okay.
cannon. That's a bad roll.
And you're not Catachin? Is that?
I can't use it because he doesn't remember that right
He
now.
forgot about
because he's
that
in an
he could do
auxiliary
that.
detachment. Yeah.
He's just been down. He doesn't believe in himself anymore.
I'm gonna use a CP on the 1,
Okay.
I think, because it can't get worse than that.
Or maybe some new thing will happen.
The die just disappears.
The die will disappear. You get a 0.
It's a 1.
It's a 1 again.
Let's see if I
Always
get a
meant to be.
CP back from my Ultramarines. I do.
You do? Okay, cool.
So it was just meant to stay as it was.
Okay.
So it's 7 shots.
Okay.
You know, it's not the best, but there.
So hitting on 5.
Hitting on 5s.
Ooh.
Okay.
There you go.
That's probably about what I should have averaged anyway.
Yeah.
So this will be 3s. It's only 2 wounds.
2 wounds. And it's -3?
It's -3.
Okay. So this is 6 up saves. That's a 1 and a 2 because I can't roll anything else apparently in this game.
It's a flat 3 damage.
Flat 3 damage, so I'm going to roll 6 Spirit Stone saves. Nope. Takes 6 wounds.
Okay. Hey, now he'll be degraded and suffer a -1 to hit.
Yeah, it's going to really suck for me when he can only move 40 inches.
Oh my
And
goodness.
he can still auto hit.
Let's turn off the camera.
Alright, that marked the end of the shooting phase. I think we can all agree, quite effective.
Mm-hmm.
You got first strike, you deleted a unit of Wraith Blades, you removed a Wraith Blade over here, you've significantly wounded both Hemlocks, which it will be, is one step closer to destroying them.
Yep.
And now you are in the charge phase.
I am.
So, what's going to happen here?
I'm going to use the crush them stratagem
Mm-hmm.
on my Baneblade.
Yep.
He's gonna charge the Wraith Blades.
He's going to crush him.
So I can declare my other charges. Do we declare them all once? I literally can't remember how to play 40k.
You do them one at a time.
Okay, so I can do his and see. Okay. So I'm using Crush Them.
Okay.
I'll see if I get that CP back.
Yep.
I don't.
Okay.
Time down is
wouldn't you only get a chance to replenish one per turn?
per turn, correct.
Yes.
Totally forgot that.
Yeah.
So I didn't roll that.
Take it back.
That never happened.
Yeah.
Edit this out.
We'll do it live.
We'll edit it out live.
Yeah, we'll edit it out in real time.
So I'll roll his charge.
Hold on, Chief. I'm editing that out. Alright, we're good.
He needs a 0. He rolls a 4.
That's more than he needed.
I don't get him in.
I'm gonna Overwatch. Throw my swords at him. I'm not gonna Overwatch. He's in.
He can't Overwatch. I'm not falling for that again.
I trick you every game.
My lieutenant is also going to declare the charge.
Okay.
That should
probably makes it. Yeah.
While I'm holding this card, I'll just make sure. Yes, that will make it. He did a 6. He's in. My captain will declare a charge on them as well. 9.
Okay.
That should do it. He's actually going to run in here.
Okay.
Because he's so fired up.
He's just pumped.
And then my intercessors will also charge.
Alright.
7.
That should
do it.
Okay, over. Or are they just going right there?
Yeah, they're just going to go in here with the lieutenant.
Okay.
Okay. That is all my charges.
That's your charging. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can't do anything. Can't heroically intervene. So we'll go into the fight phase.
Okay.
Alright, the beginning of the fight phase, and Jordan has activated his captain first.
Yeah.
In Gravis armor. He has a power fist, I'm assuming?
Yeah, he's got a power sword and the Bullstorm gauntlet in combat. I'm going to go for the gauntlet.
Okay.
It is -1 to hit.
Yep.
But it gives him strength ×2.
Yeah, so he's winning 3s instead of 5s.
And I kind of feel like 3s rolling 1s and then 3s to wound is better than 2s and then 5s.
Yeah.
So we'll see. He's got 5 attacks.
Okay.
Let's see what he can do. Okay.
Roll 1s.
Okay, so he hits 4 times.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, there's so many dice.
That's okay. So 3s to wound.
3s to wound.
3 wounds.
Wounds 3 times.
So 3 4-up invuln.
Yep.
I passed 1. What's the damage? Is it D3?
The damage is D3.
Okay.
Is someone wounded or are they all
on
fresh?
2.
Okay.
No, yes.
One's on 2.
He's on 2. Yep.
Okay, so I'll just roll one time.
Yep.
Okay.
3. So let me see. Okay, so that one is dead.
And then
Another one?
the other one. The other one.
So 1.
Oh, 1.
6 up. Oh, make it. So you killed 1.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not going to interrupt.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Do your worst.
Okay. In that case.
Okay. Baneblade is going to attack.
Because I used a stratagem.
That's true.
I have to attack.
You have to crush them.
So 9 hitting on 2.
Nice.
Couple 1s in there. And then when you're on 3s, because it's strength 9. So it's 5 wounds.
And is it -2?
I think it might just be -1, if anything.
Either way, it's the same, because I have a 4-up invuln.
Yeah.
So I would
you can roll it. Might not even have a -. Adamantium tracks. It is -2.
Okay, I actually made all but 1.
Okay.
So, what's the damage?
It's D3.
Okay, roll that.
It is the big one.
Let's see if I... No, then it's 6. No. So one of them takes a wound.
Okay.
CP well spent.
No.
Oh.
But it was...
It was a CP spent.
It was a CP spent.
It was a CP spent.
So now I'll attack with my lieutenant.
Okay.
He will steaming pile in.
Okay.
He has 4 attacks.
Wonderful.
He's on 2s, and he has just a power sword.
Okay.
So.
Putting on 2s, re-rolling. That's good. Okay. Putting on 5. Re-rolling 1s.
Yep.
Oh. Wow. Wow. Okay. So
He's a beast.
He wants me dead. And
he'll kill all your Wraithblades to get to you.
He wants me dead, personally. So that's 4 weapon rolls. Great. I love it.
I'm pretty sure it's just 1 damage, though.
Yeah, it's a power sword. So 3, 6 up. Here. Nope. He has killed him, and he's brought 1 down to 2 wounds.
Yep.
Absolutely brutal. Okay.
That's that. So intercessors can't.
Intercessors are down. They're not in combat. Yep. Okay. So that is the end of the fighting on your end.
Yeah.
And then I will fight back with these 2 Wraith Blades here. I think. Does the captain have a invul 4 up?
My captain has
the lieutenant.
The lieutenant, I don't believe so. He doesn't have an invul.
Okay, I'm actually.
This is maybe a dumb question.
Yeah.
Can they pile in even though they won't make it to anything? Can I move them just a little bit closer towards the captain?
I think so.
Okay, I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna move their 3 just to kind of get.
Okay, they're gonna go there.
Yeah.
Okay, if that's the case, because you charged this unit,
right? So you could pile.
I could pile in on them.
Yeah.
And then I think I'm gonna do that. So that's 6 attacks with the Wraith Blades.
Okay.
And they are hitting on 3s, rolling 1s.
Nice.
Okay, nice. And their strength 6, so they're running on 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds. And it's AP minus 3.
Okay. This is just on the intercessor?
Yep.
Just 4 6s. Cool, so I got 4 6s.
4
and they're all fine.
No one's hurt.
Yeah, I'm going to remove them just for fun.
For fun.
But remember that they're still there.
Okay. Does that actually count as first strike? Because it was in the first battle round? Or does it have to be in my first turn?
I don't know.
We'll look it up.
We'll have to find it in the book, yeah.
Okay, so that's the end of the turn for everything. We have to do morale.
Yeah.
I think Wraith Blades are leadership 8. They lost 3, so...
and then -2 because of the hemlock.
And then -2 because of hemlock. So they're going to be on a 5 or lower. They're okay.
Okay.
Is that right? 5 plus 3, 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's 4. They're fine. Okay, and with that marks the end of the turn. Jordan has first strike. We have to check to see if I have first strike.
Yeah.
Now, after this turn, we will begin accumulating points based on the objective markers. So we will go into my movement phase, turn 2, coming up. Okay, and we are back at the end of the movement phase for Eldar turn 2. So as you can see, my Wraith Guard have arrived via the webway. They warp in here next to my leadership here to try to offer their support firepower against this behemoth of iron and hate. And the Wraith Blades I pulled out of combat with those 2 characters. My Wraith Seer has marched up over those boxes there. He's just making a full charge after seeing so many of his probably old beloved friends fall again in combat. He charges forward to avenge them, his Wraith Cannon glowing, his spear crackling with eldritch energies. The Farseer and Spirit Seer followed up behind as well. The Spirit Seer is trying to stay within range of everything so he can give that buff to all the units. And all of my Rangers stayed put, and the Hemlocks actually switched sides here. So that one was over there, and this one was over here. But they have since moved. And now I'm just going to go right into the Psychic phase. And I'm going to attempt to jinx the Baneblade with a... Oh, maybe I don't have to do that.
There's no point.
There's really no point.
Alright, he gets no save.
Alright, he gets no save. That's silly of me. I'm not going to jinx the Baneblade. I think I am going to smite it with this hemlock here.
Okay.
So I need a 5 up for that. I got a 4. That doesn't do it. Okay. And then this one. Oh,
they would actually have been closest to the intercessors, anyways, right?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I should take that back because I forgot they switched sides. This hemlock actually is the one that has drain, and this one is the one that has that power.
So he failed to smite.
So I'm gonna say, yeah, that was just his smite, and it failed to hit them. Or I'm gonna, yeah. So now him that has drain, I'm going to attempt to use it on. I think I'm gonna put it on the Baneblade anyway, in case something goes wrong and I don't get it.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna smite that unit of intercessors there.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do. Doesn't go off. I don't think I can roll anything besides 1s and 2s.
You can.
Cool.
I ordered the special dice.
Oh, nice. So don't buy these ones, folks. Just all the other ones. Now the Farseer is going to cast Doom on the Baneblade here. So I need 7.
Okay.
Does not go off, but I'm going to use my Helm of the Farseer.
Okay.
My Ghost Helm. That's a 10.
Oh boy.
You going to try to deny that?
So your other powers you have are...
Guide.
I
also have his power to give one of these guys a 6 up, feel no pain.
Yeah.
I have his power to quicken. Yeah.
So realistically, I'm very unlikely.
Or I can smite with him.
To deny that.
Yeah.
But
it's an important one.
If you guide one unit, that's only changing. You're already rerolling ones. Right.
Yes, I'm rerolling 1s for the Wraith Guard, so it would be changing 1 to be rerolling everything instead.
Yeah. I guess I'll just go for...
You gonna try to deny?
I'll just try to deny. Yeah, it's not likely, but... no.
Okay. So Doom has gone through, so I'm rerolling failed wounds against the tank. I'm actually going to... Yeah, I'm gonna guide. I'll guide the unit of Wraith Guard up here.
Okay.
And see what happens. It does not go off, and I can't use the Farseer's Ghost Helm twice.
Yep.
So that's that. The Spirit Seer, instead of using Quicken, I'm going to smite the captain.
Okay.
So he needs a 5. Or I guess he needs a 6.
Super smite.
But it is super smite. Oh, goodness. Okay. So it's D6.
Yep.
And you have no way to deny now, do you?
I don't know.
Okay. Does he have any...
No.
Ignores? Okay.
No. He's dead.
Oh, boy. Just like that.
And that's Warlord.
The Spirit Seer did what he was here to do, I guess. Thank goodness. Okay. Well, there's that. I'm gonna have the Wraith Seer cast the that Feel No Pain ability on the Wraith Guard that are on the ground here. I think. Yeah, so I'm gonna do it on. So he needs a 7 for that. Nope, that's what I've been rolling most of the time. So that Super Smite really pulled that back. Because that was an ugly psychic phase. Okay, so that's, I think my psychic phase is done. So I took, what did I do? I failed most of my powers, but I got Doom off, and I killed your captain in a single insane smite. Definitely, I think, makes up for my shortcomings there. So now we are moving on to the shooting phase for the Eldar. All right, now we're back at the beginning of the shooting phase. So now that the captain's dead, that's actually a huge stress reliever for me at this point. I really didn't think I was going to just not have to deal with him at this point. So that means that now I'm going to fire this unit of Wraith Guard down here. They're going to fire. I know they're modeled with D size, but sorry for the non-WYSIWYG. The guns almost look the same, and I just knew I'd be swapping them out, and I didn't want to magnetize those spindly little limbs, so I didn't do it. But I am going to fire their Wraith cannons at the Baneblade. So they're hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. I've rolled 2 1s and a 2, so I don't get to reroll that one. This is a classic Eric roll. So 1.
There you go.
3 wounds. Now they're winning on 3s because they're strength 10 and they're rerolling failed wounds. Okay, they're all wounded.
Okay.
So it's 3d6 damage.
Yep.
Okay, so that's 10 wounds
10.
down?
Okay.
Okay.
So 10 left.
Alright, and then I'm going to just do the same thing with the other unit of Wraithguard there.
Yep.
So, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s.
Good roll.
Yes, that was a very good one. Winning on 3s, rerolling. Okay, 4 wounds this time.
Yep. This should do it.
This should do it. 46 damage. Or...
Oh no!
Or that can happen.
You can CP.
I think I am going to CP.
Yeah.
Well, what does he have? 10 wounds left?
It's 10 wounds.
Oh my god.
You've got 5 damage.
Frustrating.
You do still have your...
That's true. I don't think I'm going to use a CP yet.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm desperate enough yet.
Yeah.
That doesn't feel good at all. But there it is. So I'm just going to leave it. Yeah. So 5 damage. I am going to shoot the Wraith Seer's gun now. I think. Actually, I'll do this Hemlock here.
Okay.
He's going to fire at the Baneblade.
Okay.
So 2d3 auto hits.
Nice.
5. 4, 5. And he's winning on 3s, rerolling. I think it...
That's stuff.
Yeah, it kills him.
So see if it explodes.
Yeah.
It doesn't explode.
Does not explode. Okay, Baneblade is gone.
That's good. It put a wound on a Wraith.
And
it's only 550 points.
It's really a bargain, I would say.
Yeah.
At that price.
I would say it's something that starts with B.
Okay. Now, this other Hemlock is going to fire its guns at, I think, your commander tank.
Okay.
Because you can see him through the windows there. 2-3 shots. You can't see him at all.
You'll have to fire at the intercessor.
I just didn't notice that hand there.
Yeah.
Alright, 2-3 shots.
It's
Nice.
the big 2.
It's the big 2. That's a classic Eric roll. I've been really just okay. It's toughness 8, yes, so 3 is 2 wounds. And no wounds. That's a perfect Eric roll.
Oh no.
I'm going to fire. I think these Rangers are going to fire at the Lieutenant.
Okay.
So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots. Hitting 3s. So 4 hits. And then winning on 4s, 6 is mortal wounds. Okay, so 2 wounds.
Okay.
And you get your full save.
He makes it.
He makes it. Alright, I'm going to have this unit of Rangers fire at them.
Okay.
At him, the Lieutenant. Hitting on 3s. 4 again. Winning on 4s. So it's 1 mortal wound and then 1 armor save.
Okay. Armor save. Makes it on 5.
Down to 5? Okay.
So he's down to 4.
4 wounds? Okay. And then the last unit of Rangers, I'm going to do the same thing. It's 3 misses, 4 is to wound. Oh!
Ooh!
Okay, that's 2 mortal wounds and then 3 saves.
So he makes all his
He makes all his
saves,
saves.
but he takes 2, he said, mortal wounds?
Yes.
Okay. So that means he's on 2
2 wounds remaining?
left.
Okay.
I could just...
There you go. And then my Farseer is actually going to throw his Singing Spear at him.
Okay.
So it hits on, I think he hits on 3s. Hit. And then it always wounds on 2s. It is a wound. It's a full save, but it's D3 damage if you fail.
Makes it.
Fine. Alright. And I think the Spirit Seer doesn't have a gun. So I'm just going to swap targets here. My Wraith Seer is going to fire his cannon at this nearest tank here.
Okay.
So it's D3 shots.
Okay. This is the one that's -1 because he fired his smoke launchers.
Oh, you're right. So he'd be hitting on 5s. Maybe I'll change the target if I'm in range to the next one back.
This one has a hand in front of it.
Oh, it has your hand in front of it.
Yeah.
I didn't notice. Let's see here. I am in range. Okay. I'm going to fire at that one.
Okay.
I get the 3 shots. I'm hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s because the Spirit's here.
Okay.
I've hit once. I don't get any rerolls. Strength 10 or 12 or so. I'm winning on 3s.
It's got a wound.
And it's AP -4.
Okay, so then I get my 3-up save.
3-up armor save.
Mm-hmm.
D6 damage. It's 4.
Okay.
So that tank is taking 4 wounds. And that is my shooting. So now I will come back at the beginning of the charge phase.
Okay.
All right, and here we are at the beginning of the charge phase. The Wraith Seer is going to charge the Lieutenant. Would you like to overwatch?
Yes. I'm going to throw a crack grenade.
Okay.
Yes.
You hit. Strength 6.
5 to wound.
5 to wound.
He doesn't wound.
He doesn't wound. Is there 1? No. Okay. Could reroll that. All right. Let's see if I make it in. Because of my Warlord trait, I can reroll this if I fail, but I am pretty close. So let's see. That'll make it.
7. So you're going to be just out.
Just out.
I think you're going to run past him.
Just going to
you're
end up,
a little
unfortunately,
too high.
I'm going to end up here dead.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah. This is actually what's happening. Okay. So he's made it in, and I think that's it. I think I'm just going to leave it as is.
Huh.
And I think we can just go right into the fight phase here. The Wraith Seer has 4 attacks.
Okay.
And his Ghost Spear makes him strength 9, AP -4.
Oh, I don't like that.
And he does D6 damage.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. So he gets 4 attacks, and he's hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s because of the Spirit Seer.
Okay.
It's only hit twice. He is winning on 2s.
Yep.
Okay, 2 wounds.
I don't have the save.
You don't have an invuln,
Yeah.
and he's on 2 wounds already.
Yep. So he's dead. You said it's -4?
It's -4, and it's I did 9 damage.
He's dead.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna just move him this way a little bit, and I think that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
And I don't think you have to take morale for anything.
No, they're all dead.
They're all dead now.
Yep.
So that's that. And I think it said that we get the point at the beginning of our turn.
Yeah.
And I wasn't holding that.
No,
because it was 2 versus 2.
Yep.
So it was contested. I didn't get a middle point. I do get 1 point for being on this back here. And flyers cannot hold objectives, correct?
Unless they change something in this year's chapter approved.
Which they didn't.
Okay.
So, yeah, flyers still can't hold objectives. So my Hemlocks have no chance of taking that back objective, which means I'm going to have to do a pretty intense foot slog to ever get those 3 points on Jordan's side. But it could potentially be difficult for Jordan to hold the middle objective.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he throws his intercessors into that situation,
they're going to die.
They gun die, probably. And if he doesn't, then I'll probably outnumber him on it until the game is over.
My tanks are obsec, though.
Oh, right! Because of the...
Not that I necessarily want to put them in there.
That close, because they might also die.
But they're Leman Russ and a spearhead.
Yes, I completely forgot about that rule. That's awesome. I love that they have that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the end of the turn, and we will cut to the Jordan's movement phase, battle round 2, coming up. All right, and here we are at the end of Jordan's movement for his second turn, battle round 2. Jordan, what did you do here?
So after seeing the Baneblade destroyed and both the Ultramarines officers fall due to my tactical incompetence, the intercessors have said, you are not in charge anymore. We're taking over. And they've formed a defensive ring, and the tanks have fallen back to see if we can at least maybe get a turn of shooting. I did consider, because it's in my nature to play aggressively, moving up, trying to get inside of that 12 inches -1 bubble, and I considered maybe doing a charge and using that stratagem from the Vigilus book that lets you do mortal wounds on a 4-up when you charge with your Emperor's Fist. But I think that would be foolish and would probably bring the game to an end even sooner than it will naturally end. So instead I've pulled back, and I'm hoping to maybe do a little shooting and see what I can do with that.
Okay. Let's get to it then.
Okay.
You want to begin shooting? You know what you're doing?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna shoot at the two surviving Wraith blades.
Okay.
I'm gonna fire at them with my this Luminous battle tank here.
Okay.
It's just gonna fire all its guns. Obviously not the heavy flamer.
Right.
So I'll start with my heavy bolters. They are hitting on 6s.
Yep.
Because it moved. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna use the jury rigging stratagem.
Okay.
To bring this guy, because he didn't move. Did he move? Maybe he did move. I'm not gonna do it because he might have moved, and I can't remember now, and it's not worth checking.
Oh, what does it do?
Or just restored all point, but he can't move, and I think I shimmied him.
Okay.
So I'm not doing it. Okay, heavy bolters.
Yep.
Nothing.
No hits.
Would have been an okay roll.
Yeah, that would have been a great roll otherwise.
Battle cannon.
Yep.
That's good.
You gonna keep those?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's above average, I think.
Yep.
So this needs
So,
5.
5s, yeah.
Yeah. So I've got 4 hits
4,
there.
yeah. 3s to wound.
Take that. 3 wounds.
3 wounds, and it's -2.
-2.
5 ups. I make 1. I fail 2.
Okay.
They don't have that 6-up Film of Pain anymore, so
Okay.
just roll your damage.
D3.
One is
that's
killed.
one. And the other. Wow.
He's killed.
Jeez.
1 tank.
I'm
takes
getting
them both
really
down.
lucky with those battle cannon damage rolls.
Yes, you are. That's where it seems like all your luck is right now is the
With
damage
my
rolls.
damage
Yeah,
rolls.
really strong.
Yeah.
Whereas
Okay.
I got 5 damage with
Yeah.
4 Wraith Cannons. So.
Don't even talk about it. And I should say as well, I didn't mention this, these guys advanced to get this far.
Yes.
So they won't be shooting.
They won't be shooting, okay.
Okay, so that's
Tank
this
down.
guy fired.
Yep.
I have to check if he's degraded. I can't remember when they degrade.
So, how many wounds is he?
He's on 8 wounds. I want to make sure I don't cheat.
Sure.
He's okay. It's not until he's on 6 wounds that
Okay.
he's degraded. So he is going to fire in that case upon 5 bones.
These ones?
Yep.
Okay.
And fire everything at them. So that's 9 heavy bolters, hitting on 6s. 1 hit.
Okay.
1 hit on 5s. Is a wound.
2 becomes a 3 up. 6.
Cool. And then the battle cannon. I will roll a 1. It's not
Nice.
Oh, so that's 11.
Yep.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'll just roll over here so I don't send a bunch of models flying.
Sure.
So unfortunately, just 3 hits beats.
3s to wound.
3s to wound. 2 wounds.
2 wounds, and then I get a 4 up save and cover.
Nice.
Save.
Nice.
Alright.
And I'll move on to this tank, which I'll remember to use my tank order, so I will do reroll ones to hit.
Okay.
Yeah, I should remember this. So I'll do his heavy bolters.
Did he move?
He did move.
Okay.
Yeah, they all moved. So this will be 6s.
Okay.
It's heavy bolters. Nothing, but I can reroll 1. Nothing.
Okay.
And then his battle cannon.
Yep.
7. I'll keep that.
Okay.
5s.
Mm-hmm.
And we're rolling the 1. So do 3 hits.
Oh. Is this the same unit? Are you sure?
Yes, firing at the one on the up on the walkway there. So just the 1.
And so 4 up. Saves.
And then I will fire my tank commander.
Mm-hmm. It's getting dicey now. Because you haven't really done much damage.
Yeah, I feel like at this point it doesn't really matter if I keep shooting at them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna fire at this gentleman in the middle.
The Wraithseer?
Yeah,
okay.
Just because I'm not gonna do enough damage to them to for it to really matter, I don't think. So I'll open with the last cannon. This will be he didn't move. So this will be a 4 with the light top.
Yep. With the last cannon?
Yep.
Okay.
So he misses. 2d3 from his plasma cannons.
Are these overcharging?
No.
Okay.
So that's
be a whopping 6 shots.
Hitting on 4s.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Okay. Maybe I should have overcharged.
It is bonus to wounds.
Just the 1 wound.
Just the 1 wound. It's minus 3?
3.
So he has a 5 up invuln. Which he makes.
And then the battle cannon.
Yeah. Oh boy. You are just killing it right now.
If
I'm getting extremely lucky.
If it weren't for the minuses to hit, I think I'd really be in business here.
Yeah.
So this is 4s again.
I don't think I'd have an army left.
It's a gross roll.
Yeah, that's too bad.
3 hits.
Okay.
3 hits out of 12.
Yeah, that's a bummer. So 4s to wound.
Yeah.
1 wound. Minus 2, so 5 up. And he makes it.
That's my turn.
That's frustrating. Because the rolling was so good, and then it wasn't. It was like you were getting so lucky, and
it's
then
it's the minus one to hit. When you need 5s or 6s.
I don't think I'd have an army left if you if you've been getting all that damage through.
Yeah.
If you've been hitting anyway.
Yeah.
So that's really a shame. But that's the end of your turn, I'm assuming?
Yeah, that's the turn.
So there's no additional points. There's no kill points in this game. So you just sitting on 2 now.
Correct.
And I'm on 3 from my last turn.
Yeah.
As this next turn starts, I'm now holding the middle objective and this one.
6.
So I'm going to go up to 6 from that, and then I will come back at the end of my movement phase.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're back. This is the end of my movement phase, turn 3, battle round 3. Now I'm going to do some psychic stuff. As you can see, I advanced with these 2 Wraith Guard units, the ones that were up here, the ones back here. I advanced them both. They're up here now. The Rangers have still not moved. They're just holding their ground back here. The Hemlocks have switched sides again. They're just zigzagging back and forth across the front lines. At this point, the Ilitheinen, the Farseer, is just psychically directing all these, or he's perhaps telling the Spirit Seer, Denathanon is the Spirit Seer's name, he's perhaps telling him to direct this wraithhost to be as offensive as possible. They're just trying to grind in on this
I'm offended.
Defensive line here that the Ultramarines are desperately trying to put back now that their push outward was sort of stemmed.
Mm-hmm.
The Wraith Seer has not advanced, but he moved forward. He's looking like he's probably going to charge those Ultramarines. And that's it for moving. The Spirit Seer and the Farseer also moved up here with them. And now I'm going to do my psychic powers. So I'm going to start by attempting to doom that wounded Leman Russ in the back there. I need a 7 for it to go off. I get a 6. I think I'm just going to leave that.
Okay.
I I am going to cast Quicken with my Spirit Seer, which will dictate what I do next.
Okay.
So that needs a 7 as well, and I'm going to cast it on this forward unit of Wraithguard here. That's a 6 as well. That would fail. I think I'm going to leave that too.
Okay.
But I am going to go to Guide now, and I'm going to guide that forward unit of Wraithguard.
Okay.
Because possibly they'll be able to shoot those Marines up front there. So
yeah.
I need a 7 for this as well. I failed, and I might as well reroll at this point because I don't really have any other thing to do with him. 5, still fail.
Wow.
This is a classic
shooting phase.
psychic phase. I am going to attempt to drain with this Hemlock the commander there in the Leman Rust. So I need a 7 for this as well, I believe.
Okay.
Fails again. My Wraith Seer is going to attempt to give them the 6-up ignoring wounds. That goes off, and it's also a perils. I will leave it a perils.
Okay.
So he takes D3 mortal wounds. 1. Okay. So he's down to 11 wounds, but they now have a 6-up field of pain. And let's see, what else do I have? I think it's just him now. I'm going to smite that unit of Ultramarines there.
Okay.
And it goes off on a 7. So it's D3 mortal wound on them. Just 1. So one of them takes a wound.
Oh yeah, they have 2 wounds.
They have 2 wounds each. They're tough boys.
That was on...
That far unit of intercessors, yeah.
I'll put the wound on.
Okay. And that's my horrible psychic phase. Now we'll go into the shooting phase coming up. And the beginning of the shooting phase, my turn 3. We're going to open fire with this forward unit of Wraithguard here into that unit of Space Marines. They did advance, so it's going to be -1 to hit. So they're hitting on 4s, but they're rerolling 1s because of the Spirit Seer there.
Okay.
So, see what happens. Through 2 hits, rerolling 3 hits.
Not bad.
It's all right. 2s to wound. It is 2 wounds.
Okay.
And then it's -4, so no save.
No save.
So one's on 1 wound.
Yeah, so he's dead.
And then the second one is also dead. I rolled a 5. And then I think the second unit is out of range completely. Let me just check real quick. Starts that guy. Yeah, they're out of range. Okay. So now I'm going to move on to this Hemlock is going to fire at that wounded.
Okay. Is he in range?
Back there? I think he is 18 inches. Thought I had.
Yep, he's just in.
Thought I had done that.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 2d3 shots. It's 5 this time. 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's winning on 3s. I didn't get Doom off, right? I didn't get any powers off.
You kept rolling with 4s.
Yeah, it was horrible. Okay. It is, however, enough to kill him.
Yeah.
Does he blow up?
He does.
Oh, God. You have CP?
Yeah, but at this point, anything to sort of speed up the inevitable. I mean, I feel like I'll re-roll it. I feel like it's going to come up a 6 again. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I had a feeling.
See if you get the CP back.
He's dead.
Oh, he's dead.
Old mate's dead.
Old mate's dead. I killed him.
Okay, so it's I think D3 to everything within.
I think you're right.
A number of inches.
Let's come back after we've done that. Okay, so it's just going to hit all 3 of those tanks.
Yep.
When it blows
So
up.
I'll just remove the model now.
Okay.
You want to snort? Get in this box.
Get in the box.
Okay. For this tank,
Yes.
he takes 1.
Okay.
This tank takes 2.
Okay.
The commander takes 1.
Okay. There we go. Good job, Hemlock. The next Hemlock is going to fire his shots at the wounded tank. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna fire it at that forward wounded legion rust there.
Okay.
2d3 shots. That's 4. Wounding on 3s. That's 4 wounds. So that's 8 damage.
8 damage on him?
Yeah.
He's on 2 wounds.
Okay. And then my Wraith Seer is going to fire his cannon at that as well.
Okay.
So it's d3 shots. Just the 1.
It's the big one.
Hitting on 4s because he moved, but he's re-rolling 1s because the Spirit Seer. It's a hit.
It's got a hit.
And it's 12. It's 3s to wound. It is a wound.
Okay.
He doesn't get a save.
No save.
It's d6 damage.
Okay. Okay.
6.
Does he explode?
Does he explode?
He does.
Okay. He's just gone.
He's removed.
Okay. Now my Farseer is going to throw his singing spear at the unit of Ultramarines there. Is this one unit, and then that's...
Yeah, these 3 guys, and then these guys here.
I think I'm going to throw it at the wounded unit, the guys that have lost a bunch. So he hits on, I think, 3s. That's a 1, so he doesn't hit.
Okay.
And the other guy doesn't have range attack, so I think... Oh, the Rangers. I forgot about Rangers.
The Rangers have
a rangered attack. So I'll fire with this middle ranger unit against the... I think I'm going to fire at the unit that's lost a bunch.
Yeah.
Space Marines over there.
Okay.
I've hit twice. Great roll.
Renowned marksman.
Renowned marksman here. Forced to wound. 1 wound.
Okay.
Full armor save.
Makes it.
Alright. Second unit of Rangers, same thing. These guys really made the points in this game. 3 hits. Average for a 3-up. Forced to wound. 1 wound.
1 wound.
Full save.
I do save.
Okay. And then the last unit of Rangers.
That's better.
All of them hit. It's always the final unit.
Yeah, 1 unit
sort of pulls it back. That's 4 wounds this time.
Okay. 2 of them do drop. Or 1 drops. One is killed.
Yeah.
I'll kill...
It's this unit over here.
I'll kill Beverly.
Poor Beverly. I love Bev, you know?
He was a good sergeant.
He was a good man.
Yeah.
In Beverly.
Wow.
And I think that is all my shooting. You expect 18 snipers to kill one day, you know? That's what you expect. Okay, and we're back. This is the charge phase now. I'm just gonna throw that Wraithseer, toss him right into the full complement of intercessors there.
Okay.
I'm gonna ignore that unit with the one guy.
Okay.
And just go.
This is a unit. These 2 guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ignore both of them.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go into that unit.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna. No. Wait, they're Ultramarines, right?
Yes.
I'll charge them both. I'll charge them both.
Your first mistake. I'm going to Overwatch here.
Sounds like it might be my last.
They all have Melta guns.
Oh!
They're hitting on 1-up.
They're hitting on 1-up.
They all hit.
You've missed with everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna charge in now. Let's see what I get. I do get to re-roll that because of the spirits here, but I don't need to because it's a 9. I will now put myself in with both of those units.
Okay.
And I think I can just go right into the fight phase.
If you feel like that's what you need to do.
It's what I need to do.
Okay.
Let me have this.
Okay.
Because I haven't had enough in this game.
Right. Well, I'll give you this one last time before I finish you off.
I'm on the back foot here. Everyone likes an underdog story. Just let me have this one moment.
Yeah. No, you can have your moment in the sun.
All right. He's hitting on 3s.
Good luck.
He's re-rolling 1s.
You're gonna need it.
I've hit every time. He's strength 9, so I'm winning on 2s.
Yeah. You do need 2s here.
I did it this time.
It's only 4 wounds.
And it's AP -4.
Okay, so I have my full 7-up save.
Full 7-up save.
Okay.
It's D6
Which
damage
unit were you
each.
going into?
Oh, sorry. The full
The
unit.
big one.
Yeah, the big one.
Okay.
D6 damage each.
Okay.
So, first one.
He's fine.
He's dead, actually.
Oh.
That's what you should have said. Next one.
He's fine.
He's fine, but then the next one would kill him.
He's dead.
And then the last one, he's dead.
He's fine.
So he's killed 3. And then you can fight back.
Right.
You might even be able to hit him.
I hope you're ready.
I think I'm ready.
The sergeant... Sorry, everyone. I can't remember.
It's all right.
The sergeant has 3 attacks.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Just
3.
gonna roll them all together.
Yep.
Okay.
4, 5.
They each have 2.
Okay. Here they go.
Oh. And then 6 is to wound.
Wow, that's 6 wounds.
That's 6 wounds right there.
Yep, that I rolled
That you
for
failed.
and didn't get.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's combat.
Yep.
So now you have to roll morale.
I'm going to, as a courtesy,
You don't have to.
but
No one can make
don't
you.
tell me what to do.
Right. So it's -2 because of the hemlock.
Are they within? He's within 12.
He's within 12. I
Okay,
think.
so they lost 3.
Okay.
So they need to roll less than a 3, but they know no
Reroll
fear.
that.
They don't know
Okay.
no fear.
They know no fear.
These guys.
Yep. Lost 3 as well.
Yep. That actually, the 2 is what they needed. I just remembered the sergeant's dead, so their leadership's up.
Oh,
but they
yeah,
did roll a
shit
shield.
down.
So they need a 3.
Yep.
So they're okay.
Okay. Good thing they know no fear.
It's true.
So with that, that's the end of the turn.
Yep. A decisive turn
It
from
is
me.
a decisive turn, I would say, for everyone involved,
Yeah.
including the viewers.
Now they can decide if they want to finish watching the video.
Yeah, comment if you'd like to finish watching.
Yeah.
the video.
If enough people comment yes, we'll finish
We'll
recording
finish
that
recording
and
the rest of
release
this
it.
video. We'll wait. All right, Jordan has truly gone for the last ditch gambit here.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's on the back foot, and realistically, it is unlikely that Jordan can pull this game back.
Yeah.
Points
wise,
if he tables me.
Yeah, points wise, I'm on 2.
Yeah, he's on 2 points, and Jordan also didn't stay on his objective is behind this building.
Yeah. So I wasn't even holding my own objective
at the beginning of his turn.
I probably should have. I'm playing like an idiot this game. It's been a long time since I've.
It's perfectly reasonable. Yeah. We're both very.
I've made a number of mistakes already in the game, and that was one more. But honestly, it probably didn't matter because, you run away at the points. I think you can table me and then just rack up the full 3 on my objective.
I might be able to table you. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna have a little fun.
Go for it.
I'm gonna whiff my tanks, and then I'm gonna concede.
Oh, okay.
So I'll start whiffing. I'll shoot these guys at this this man. Yeah.
Okay. That's 2 units, right?
It is 2 units. So that's gonna be. God, I can't do math. 8 shots.
8 shots. You're just gonna
I'm just gonna do them all
together.
together.
Okay.
How many wounds does he have?
He has 4 wounds, I believe.
He has 4 wounds.
And you're at -1 to hit.
Because I'm -1. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Here they go.
Because they're Ultramarines, everyone. That's why he can shoot. Okay.
Yeah. So
2 hits.
2 wounds.
2 wounds. He's a 4-up invuln. No saves. So he's down to 2 wounds. If I barrels now, he could die.
Exactly. My plan.
And then blow up my whole army.
Plan all along. Now my good friend Will.
Your good friend Will.
My good friend William.
Yep.
I'm going to order him to reroll once.
Okay.
The tank commander has the hatch open. He's screaming.
Yeah.
Reroll once.
Hey Billy, reroll ones.
Reroll your
please.
ones.
Yeah.
Reroll
ones, please, now.
And he fires everything.
Everything he has.
At this guy.
Okay.
Yep. Heavy bolters.
Yep.
Reroll once. So
look at that full house.
Well, the 4's missed because he moved.
Oh,
Yeah.
yep. Okay.
But still, not bad.
Pretty good.
5.
-2 wound.
He's got a wound.
-1. He's a 4-up save. That fails. So roll a 3. He's down
That's
to
one.
10 wounds.
I'm gonna go right into the heavy flamer.
Do it.
6 hits.
What?
It's all I need.
That's all you need.
I could take his last 10 wounds.
Yeah, with 6
right here.
wounds.
I wound once.
You wound
I wound once.
-1. I fail.
Hey.
He's on 9 wounds.
And here is the battle cannon.
Okay.
Known as the Decider.
This is the Decider.
It's painted on the side of the don't look because you can't see it. I'm going to attach and reroll that. It's a 1.
It's a 1 again. It's
Okay.
meant to be always.
That's fine. It's what I wanted.
Of course it is.
I didn't even mean to reroll it. I'm going to reroll that one because I can. It's, okay.
5 hit?
Those do hit because
There's no
the
minus.
turret doesn't suffer the minus.
4's to
And
wound.
I get
3 wounds?
3 wounds.
-2. He's got
Minus
5
2.
up in Vuln. He makes 1. Fails 2.
2d3 damage.
4 down.
I might use a CP on this.
Okay. So 4 down. Okay, so he's on 5 wounds. That's good. It's good. He's hurting. And now Jordan's final firing this turn is going to be your commander and lead press.
My commander is going to fire.
Yeah.
Here he goes.
Okay.
His last cannon. Hey, it's a hit.
This is at the Wraithseer, right?
At the Wraithseer,
Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
I was pausing weirdly there because I was thinking that if I kill him, I won't be able to charge him and do the mortal wound
And
thing.
that would be sad.
But it doesn't matter
Okay.
anymore.
All right.
So it's a hit.
Yep.
Now I need a 3 to wound. It's a 2.
You rolled a 2?
I have.
Okay.
Straight onto his plasma cannons.
And the number of times the die has landed right there means that I now have to come over here.
It's 4 shots.
Oh, good. Does he roll ones? He doesn't.
No, he doesn't. It is a wound.
It is a wound. This is with a battle cannon?
Mm-hmm.
So I need
sorry, plasma cannon.
Oh, the plasma.
Plasma
And is it overcharged?
No.
Okay. So I need a 5 up and ball. What you get?
Okay. Battle cannon. I'm gonna reroll
2
the
and
2.
5, yeah.
It's a 5 now.
Okay, it's 10 shots. Good.
That
Good.
is 2 more dice.
Hitting on 3.
No 3s. That's a lot of 2s and 1s.
2s and 1s.
But that's okay.
Winning on 4s. 2 wounds.
Okay, great.
Really, just something. Oh,
Perfect. I'm gonna go straight into the charge phase.
okay.
I'm gonna use, I don't care how many CP it is, I'm using all 5 of my CP to use that stratagem where I do mortal wounds.
Did you
On
say
a
you're
4-up.
using all 5 of your CP?
Yep.
I don't think you have to.
I don't care. I'm declaring a charge with this guy on him.
Okay, can I overwatch? Or?
If you need to.
I think the rules dictate I get 3 shots.
Okay. I'm also gonna use crush them.
Okay.
Just for the hell of it.
You should.
This is the last hurrah.
I've hit twice and
I don't
reroll
care.
ones. Okay. It's 3s to wound. I wounded you twice.
Great.
It's AP -4.
No, I'm sure it is.
And it's damage D6.
Oh. It's not a problem for me. There
It's
we
only
go.
6.
He's fine.
He's alive.
He's fine.
Okay. As long as you can still do this.
Okay. There we go.
You
He's
made it
in.
in. Now what happens?
Now this guy's gonna crush you.
Okay. Ow.
He makes it in.
He makes it in too. They're both in. A crushing will happen.
Okay.
You just want to roll right into combat here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So on a 4-up,
Yep. Small
then you
ones.
do 3 mortal wounds. First
they-
guy, no. Second guy, no.
Can you re-roll one of those, the CP?
Sure. Nothing.
Oh, that's...
Okay. Now, hold on.
Okay.
They're gonna resolve their attacks.
Yep.
It's all happening live. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the book. Okay. It's got, my first guy's got D3 attacks.
Yep.
It's the big one.
Okay.
He misses.
Where'd all your luck go?
The next guy has 3 attacks. He's hitting on 2s because I've crushed them.
Okay, it's
3 hits.
hits. wounding on 4s? He's strength 8?
Nope.
He's strength 7.
He's strength 7. He's got one
He's
wound.
got 1 wound. What's it, minus
I don't know.
something? Don't never close the book when
It just closed itself. I'm sorry, everyone.
You should apologize.
It doesn't say.
Doesn't say.
I don't think it has any minus.
Okay. So I get a 3-up save.
Okay.
Are you sure? Is it just the Baneblade that has that minus 2?
So. Yeah.
I failed. Is it how much damage?
Just one, I think. It doesn't have a stat line.
He's down to 4 wounds.
Okay, I concede.
Well, let me hit you back.
It's too late for that.
I'm going to try hitting you back.
Okay.
The Wraith Seer at 4 wounds? 4 wounds.
Yep.
He has, he hits on 4s now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna roll this, hang on 4s. I've hit 3 times.
Yep.
And I have 2 CP to burn, so I'm gonna just re-roll that.
Okay.
This is against your commander, by the way. It still misses. And then he's strength 9, so he's swinging in 3s.
Mm-hmm.
Just 1.
Okay.
It's minus 4 and damage d6.
Okay.
It's 4.
Okay. So he's down to 7 wounds.
And you can see.
And I concede.
Okay. All right, let's talk about this in the wrap-up. Well, what a game. The Eldar took it there at the end, and I think they might have just had it.
It went
for most of it.
Exactly how I anticipated.
It was
Imperial forces were driven back.
Yes. Yeah. The Eldar seemingly they're truly implacable. Like a
On the upside, this saves the tech priests a lot of work.
That's true.
They don't need to bless and rearm these tanks.
Yeah. It seems the Eldar in their indomitable rage, like a juggernaut, just pushed through the Imperium forces to get wherever they're going. Imperium doesn't know what their goal is, but it didn't seem to be the Imperium. It seemed like they were just...
I don't know. It kind of felt like it was.
You felt personally attacked.
It did feel very personal.
I don't think that's what they meant, but it's an unintended consequence of the Imperium not backing down.
I've had about enough of this. I've had about enough of it from you.
So, one thing that I think pains you a great deal about the Armored Column list in general
is how bad it
is that the units, the tanks, once they get stuck in combat, they lose their efficacy. That actually didn't happen in this game, though.
No, but you have to play around
as if it's going.
So like where I would have liked to, I definitely made some gameplay mistakes with the Baneblade and stuff, but I'm just out of practice.
Yeah.
But also it was cool. We talked about it off camera, and I was like, I'm not going to do this. But then I was like, no, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And then the Baneblade whiffed and got destroyed.
Yeah, I think the problem was that the luck didn't play out once you did do that, because that could have actually been a
Though even so, it was
thing.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been as exciting to play it more restrained, but it would have been correct, I think, to move the tanks and the infantry forward, have the Baneblade back, you drop in your Wraith Guard, and then I counterattack.
Yeah.
Would have been more effective, but
I was thinking like, if he doesn't get out of that deployment zone, I can really pin him down, and then if the Wraith Blades get in combat.
What made me nervous is exactly what you're saying, that if I use the Leman Russ to shield, then they can't do anything basically at that point.
Right.
Which it does frustrate me. And I don't know why that's the rule.
Yeah. Because a tank should
if somebody has, I've never been a tank driver, had any experience of tanks.
Yeah.
But it's like, just based on my experience driving like a van.
Yeah. Or any
I can't imagine that someone standing nearby would cause me to just go into a total panic.
Right.
And not be able to do anything.
Until you're awake.
Until I backed away and then had some time to regroup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's like a trained 4-man crew, and yet it apparently takes once someone comes near them, all 4 of them run to the driver and just
maybe they have to talk it out.
Reverse.
Maybe they all sit and they talk it out before they can shoot. Guys, what do we
do? Just back up.
Yeah.
Don't.
But how does it make us feel? Maybe like
just back up. We'll talk about it once we've backed up.
Yeah. We'll figure it out then.
Yeah. It does frustrate me because it limits the way that you can. It limits the lists you can play.
Yes.
It limits like how you can play, and in a way that I feel like doesn't fit. Like the actual it doesn't fit the feeling of playing a tank.
Yeah.
But that is what it is. It was always going to be a tough game with the -1 to hit, and then obviously -2 on the hemlocks.
Yeah.
So I had a feeling, especially given that I was playing with soup, but it wasn't like a competitive soup.
It wasn't soup designed to be better.
Right. It was just two units that are 2 armies that are part of our story that I thought were cool together. And it was cool, and it was a cool last stand. I thought that when the Marines fell back, and
that was very thematic. I love the idea that the Marines sort of commandeered the idea that the Guard maybe were pushing out or something, and the Marines sort of like went, this isn't working, we're taking over the strategic plan here. And then they created that sort of wall. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
And the Eldar were just so relentless.
Well, that's the thing is like on turn 1, obviously I had really, really good luck.
Yeah.
But when you think about it realistically, it took my entire army to kill 7 Wraith Blades.
Yeah.
Which is not very good.
Yeah.
So then in your turn 2, when you took out a third of my army by taking out the Baneblade, it's like obviously if it took my full army to take out a handful of Wraith Blades.
Yeah, I mean the problem is the problem with putting so many points in any single model is you take it off the table and it's gone. Yeah. But
I could have, like I said, I could have played it better. I could have avoided losing the Baneblade and my captain.
Yeah. I mean, I
got excited.
Yeah, and I think the fact that, there were moments where I was whiffing so hard. I mean, I feel like the Eldar are just really strong. I mean, everyone knows it. Like, the Eldar Codex is one of the strongest ones.
You definitely got some great.
And I feel like this is definitely not like an optimized list. I mean, if I were being competitive, I would make a much faster army. Right. I probably would have more psychic.
And if I was playing like my pure, like I've played it's not painted, so we don't have it on the channel, but like my actual guard list is my list.
Yeah.
And it's just taken this apart.
Yeah. This army against like particularly competent lists, it just falls apart. But I have no problem with that. I didn't build it to be strong or weak or anything. I just built it because it's the models I like for Eldar.
Yeah.
But
if you don't have something that can deal with the minus, if you don't just have like an enormous amount of firepower, which is what my like unpainted list has, it just has so many shots that it can sort of overcome that -1.
Yeah.
But without that, it's super tough because you do need to really be able to get rid of. You need to be able to get rid of all the Wraith Blades and. In that turn 1, so then you're only dealing with the Wraith Guard in turn 2.
Yeah.
And then hope you can survive the Hemlocks and rack up the points. But in this game, I wasn't getting the points.
Yeah. I mean, I was really worried. 'Cause after the first turn, you'd taken out the majority of my Wraith Blades, and I was like, if he can do that, and the next turn he just takes out.
If I hadn't whiffed that second turn, maybe I would have. Maybe it would have been a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could have at least fought for the points of it.
Because you probably wouldn't have like tabled me because the Rangers are so hard to displace. But
I could have just like, if I could have removed enough of the anti-tank to be like, okay, I'm going to try to sit in the middle as long as I can and like get that middle point.
Yeah.
But instead it went the opposite of that.
Yep. It was different.
And I would have been tabled and lost on points if I hadn't instead conceded and lost on points.
Yes. Yeah. You made the smart play, I think, by conceding.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But we did get to see like how powerful the mortal wounds on the charge stratagem is there. It did no mortal wounds.
Yep.
So that was really
That's
good.
True. Yeah, it didn't do anything.
Yeah. Crushed them. Used a great effect. I sacrificed my Baneblade and did nothing.
I did a wound to a Wraithblade.
Oh, did I?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. It's worth it then for
Definitely
1
worth
CP
the
and
1 CP
550
and 550 points for a Baneblade.
Yep. Okay.
For sure.
Well, then I won't change anything with this list.
No, I wouldn't change a thing.
Perfect.
I do think the wraithhost is really cool.
Yeah.
You know, getting rerolls on my charges, and I didn't use like too much of it, but getting the 4-up invul on my Wraithblade, that was awesome.
The tank company actually is super cool.
Yeah, it is.
Because that stratagem's, it's cool, but again, super risky, because if you blow it, your tanks are then just in combat.
And then you can't
do
shoot,
anything.
yeah.
So it's like you then give up your entire next turn.
Yeah.
So
unless you're charging something that also doesn't want to be in combat, and they fall back.
And they fall back.
Yeah.
But they might even just be like, well, it's worth
losing the 2 shots, on the...
Yeah, and so many, So blah, blah. That, so that is what it is. Maybe it comes in useful in a certain situation. But the Relic actually was quite good.
Relic is awesome.
With the flat 3 damage.
Blew away 2 Wraithblades in a single volley.
Yeah. And there's also a stratagem that I didn't use because I kind of got penned in. But you can move any distance and then still get the benefit of grinding advance.
Oh,
with 1 tank.
Yeah.
And the Warlord trait, which again I didn't use. We talked about this off camera. I just feel like if you put like a Warlord trait on a tank, it's just like
it's gonna get killed.
Yeah. There's no reason not to. The only reason you didn't really focus is because it just didn't matter. Which, like, everything had so many minuses, it didn't matter what you were killing.
It didn't really. I mean, I felt safe just sort of walking up the table.
But if I'd had the trait on it that was like any Leman Russ within 6 inches can hits on 5s or whatever, or can reroll, that's what it is. Then it's like, oh, I have to deal with that because if I use defensive gunners, it's suddenly very hard to charge.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. So it is a super cool detachment.
For sure.
That I just didn't play well enough to show off.
Yeah. Well, not only was it your first time using it, but also you haven't played 40K in
a couple months.
Yeah.
I haven't played guard in
a long time. You haven't played guard in a very long time. Likewise, the same with the Eldar. A lot of this was new.
Yeah.
The Wraith Seer was awesome. He was cool. I
love your conversion as well.
Thank you. I like the idea that maybe the Imperium didn't know the Eldar were here because that sort of psychic
I didn't know.
Was obvious.
I thought you told me I was facing town.
I lied.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Trixie Eldar. I don't know. But yeah, I like the idea that they're creating sort of this obfuscating mist that created. They weren't even on the sensors or anything. The Imperium didn't even know they were there. The Tau didn't know they were there, and maybe no one knows they're there. Maybe they don't know they're there.
They're right there.
Maybe they don't know they're there. Well, another game of 40K down. What will this mean for the future of the Imperial crusade into retaking their own territory? Who can say? Where the Eldar are going? We don't know yet. We'll find out. But thank you so much for watching. And until next time, goodbye.